What's going on, Fortnite gamers? What's going on, guys? We're back with Jack with another competition vlog. This time, I'm staying at his house this weekend, and my voice is going out already. Yeah, so this is a 2-day competition this time, which we haven't done since last year's qualifiers. So this is the 2019 Colorado qualifiers. So they're doing every event at this comp, so it's going to be pretty busy. And we have assigned judging and scrambling, which is pretty new. We're not sure how we feel about it yet. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I'm doing 2 through 7, one-handed, and square one. And the square one time limit is less than it was the last comp. So I'm definitely not making it. And I think I signed up for it thinking I was going to keep practicing square one. Then I never did. How about you? What are you competing in?
Pretty sure 2 through 7 Mega Mix and Squad. And
yeah.
OH.
3x3 starts in 9 minutes?
Yeah, 3x3 is like the first event.
Oh, well that's
stupid.
Ooh, that's kind of a rip. Well, it goes from 9 to 11:30. So hopefully we're like in one of the later heats.
Yeah, I'm checking my thing.
All right, we'll see you in there. Well, we out here at the venue. And now we have to practice for 3x3. What heat are you for 3x3?
5.
I am
3. And then
3. So I have 2 heats of 3x3 that they're competing in for me to get warmed up. So that's whatever. We'll see how that goes. So our first solve of the day is a sub 10. So this is actually promising. My cube's feeling good. I'm feeling good. I think this might not be a disaster.
Alright, I'm too good.
2 7.98 singles in a row.
Let's go for number 3. This is not it.
That ain't it, Chief.
Nope. Last layer skip.
So 3x3 was okay. The lighting's not good over there because there's all of this natural light coming in from behind you. When I'm trying to record it, it's really hard to expose properly because if I just let it do auto, then it'll like way underexpose the cube to get all of the background exposed properly. And so I have to manually expose. And so sometimes the shots are like, I was looking at all the shots and sometimes they're way too dark, sometimes they're way too bright. Just because I'm like on the fly quickly like ramping up the ISO all the way or turning it down all the way. So I'm gonna have to be doing that basically the whole comp, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So the solve footage isn't gonna look that great, but whatever. But my times were actually pretty good. So my PB 3x3 single, 9.61. My sub 10, 9.62. Oh well. So a 12.1 average for 3x3 round 1. Not too bad. Got a sub 10 single, but also accounting 13. So kind of just a mixed bag. But a solid start, especially with how tired I am and like how not ready I was to do 3x3. So I'm okay with it. So now that I'm done with 3x3, I have to judge the next heat. So that should be fun. I don't usually judge that often at competitions. The 3x3 heats are really long though. They're like 45 minutes each. Okay, so after judging 3x3, I then went and judged multi-blind, which I've never done before, but it was kind of a nice change of pace. It was super quiet, and I kind of liked it. But I also had no idea what I was doing, and I feel like I messed up, like did stuff wrong, but it is what it is. 2x2 is next. I'm using an OP die-in for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Because they are the only good 2x2 to ever come out, ever.
I mean, like, that's debatable, but I mean, this is just the only 2x2 I brought. The only notable solve in that average was a 5 flat, just 5.000. What do you want for lunch? Should we get McDonald's? I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want a
Hamburger.
I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want any
Hamburger.
Okay,
I just got hecked
Mr.
on
Jordan, organizer of this competition, please explain why you made 3x3 the first event of the day.
so that all the people that are only doing 2x2 and 3x3 are going to leave right after 2x2 and 3x3 are done. And then the next 2 events we're holding are Pure Mix and Cube. So then once those are done, a bunch of people are going to leave as well. So by the end of the day, there's not going to be very many people.
See, this is smart. This man has been
truth bombed, man.
He's been complaining all day that 3x3 was first.
I've been defeated, man. It was foolish of me to test the likes of Jordan.
Truly not an epic gamer moment.
Yeah, I just got bruh on.
So unfortunately, we are not getting a hamburger. But we are getting some, hopefully, fire pizza. I guess we'll have to update you on how the fireness of the pizza afterwards. We have to capture this epic gaming moment between Jeff and Alex.
Oh, why would you do that? Uh-oh. Oh, frick.
Get hecked on. So we got back from lunch a little while ago. We've just been chilling for a while. We have 4x4 in about 45 minutes. So I've just been practicing.
It's been really boring.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot to do lately. I'm pretty excited for that. I haven't done 4x4 in quite a while because they didn't have it at the last comp, so it should be fun.
3 days later.
I guess the schedule is not what I thought it was because 4x4 Group 2 for some reason is after one-handed, which is after 4x4 Group 1. So I don't know, but I guess I should practice some one-handed now because 4x4 isn't for like another half hour, even though we've already been waiting for like 2.5 hours. So, oh well.
3 weeks later.
Ready.
Finally!
Okay, it didn't take that long before I was able to do 4x4. I just really like using clips from SpongeBob, I'm sorry. So close to being like pure sub 30. Oh well. Okay, so it's been a few hours since I updated the vlog because it took a lot longer than I thought to do one-handed and 4x4. And apparently Clock is the one to blame for that. Anyways, now that all this is out of the way, 4x4 I did like kind of just okay in, and then one-handed was actually quite an epic moment, like really an epic gamer moment because I actually got a good one-handed average. I would consider that an epic gaming moment.
Oh, I looked so bad right there. I was like, ooh. No, I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted to the point where I forget how to flip this freaking edge. I've
done that before. Where I
See,
just
look, I can't do this. What the?
We have 6x6 next too before the day wraps up, so we gotta like make sure we don't mess up on Big Cube parody. That would definitely be not an epic gaming moment.
I can't do this though. I think I'm just done. I'm not gonna do 6x6. I'm just gonna go home.
So we both just finished up 6x6 and finished judging the rest of 6x6 because they were pretty short on judges. And so that is a wrap on day one. So now we're gonna go get dinner, hang out with another cubing friend of ours that didn't come to this comp. Any thoughts about the day overall?
It was long and boring. There was a lot of dead space.
There was a lot of time between events. That's just kind of how things go because there was a bunch of stuff today that we weren't competing in. So hopefully tomorrow will be like more stuff going on. And I didn't really vlog much today either because there just wasn't a whole lot to record. So.
My camera ran out of storage.
Oh, your SD card ran out?
Yes.
2 hours later.
What is this?
It's Jim Halpert. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think this person though is that like accurate of a depiction.
Yeah, I'm a lot hotter.
You guys want to play some Fortnite? What's up, Fortnite gamers?
Fortnite with Jojo Siwa.
A few moments later.
Time for some epic Fortnite gaming. Wait, focus. Dang it. It didn't focus on your default dance. Yeah, just break that. Let's go. Epic moment. Okay, that's all I recorded for day 1. So now get ready for
Day 2.
Okay, we out here at day 2, but we're super late. It is currently 10:40 and we just got here. This morning, I was getting suspicious of the amount of sleep I was getting. And so I was like, I don't feel like I should be getting this much sleep. I checked my clock. It's 9:37. We were supposed to get up at 7 o'clock. Now that we're here, we've missed square one and 7x7, which I was competing in both of those. And I was never going to make cutoff for square one. Okay, whatever. But I really wanted to do 7x7. But now, next is 5x5. And I have a little bit of time to practice before I have to do 5x5. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I haven't practiced with this 5x5 in a long time. And it really needs to be broken in like a whole lot more than it is right now. I also got like a bunch of cubes at the mall yesterday. So I'm probably going to unbox those too in a little bit. Finally done with 5x5. That went better than I was expecting. I got a counting 125, which is good, and overall my solves were not bad. So now we have 2x2. Yeah, today's gonna be busy, so we're probably just gonna be like jumping through events really quickly because there's a lot of stuff to get through today. So we'll see how 2x2 goes. That was the most consistently bad average I've ever done in 2x2. Like, very consistent, basically all 5s. Like 503, then a 501, then a 5.1, but like, not good solves. So, whatever. Now we have like 20 minutes to get food, so that doesn't really give us much time to do anything.
I mean, we should have an hour, but they're so behind schedule already. It's just.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got here like an hour and a half late, so there's that too. This is what we were thinking might happen because yesterday there wasn't a whole lot going on, at least that we were competing in. I was thinking, man, tomorrow's gonna be really busy with how little we did yesterday. Yeah, that's just kind of how it's gonna have to go. That's a pretty cool gimbal. Whoa.
This is probably the coolest thing. If I lock it, yeah.
Whoa. That's crazy.
I can lock it any way I want, so like it'll always stay
What?
one way, yeah.
So we just had some pretty awesome Chipotle for lunch, and now we're just practicing for 3x3, which we're gonna have to go for pretty soon. My 3x3 solves are really just not working right now though, so hopefully it goes okay, but I don't think it's gonna be that great of an average, but which is unfortunate because I wasn't really happy with the last one either, but we'll see. Okay. All right then. I was like staring at it for like a second. I was like, oh, +2. Oh, the timer didn't stop. So that was a pretty whack 3x3 average. The first solve was really good. It was an 884, 8.8, something like that, which is like my comp PB single by a decent amount, like 0.8 seconds or something. But then after that, I didn't do the rest of my solves till the round was almost over. Like for some reason, my cube just got like lost in the mix of everything. And so I was just waiting and waiting and waiting while everyone else was solving like multiple times. And I had still only done one solve. So by the time I got done with the average, everyone else was already done. And there were people already waiting to start pure minks. Then the rest of the average was like most of the solves were good, but it's just dumb things happened during them, except for the 119, obviously, where I just messed up on my PLO really bad. And then on the last solve, I finished the solve at like 10 seconds, and then I basically +2'd, but for some reason the timer didn't stop when I put my hands down. And so I like stared at the cube for like half a second before I realized, oh, the timer's still going, so I just fixed it and then stopped it. And which is funny because that solve was still better than the solve before it.
Whose man is that?
Whose man's? Did you make it onto the WCA
Dude,
official
who's that?
Instagram?
Oh.
Whoa. You know what? I'm gonna do my unboxing now. All right. These are the cubes I got at the mall yesterday. There was this like game store that had a bunch of cubes, and then they had unsolved cubes behind the counter, and one of them was a ghost cube that was like had been mixed up for a long time, they said, and I was like, I got you, and I solved it, and that was pretty cool. Okay, first of all, we have this I don't know what the official like name of this is because it's not on here, obviously, because it's like a knockoff Meffert's cube. Or actually, it is Meffert's. I think it's like a pocket 2x2. I think that's literally what it's called. But it's like a weird like shape mod type thing of like something else. I don't know. Basically, right? It's all purple, and then there's just like this one 2x2 corner, but it's offset. So when you turn it, it does like weird things like that, and then you have to turn it in like a specific way to be able to like get the 2x2 pieces to move. There we go. And then you can start splitting up the 2x2 pieces. So it's like really weird and it's really hard to solve, but there's that. Okay, next cube. This one is like a keychain cube of like a mini Purastar, which is a 2x2 shape mod. So, and it's a keychain. So let's check it out. So I actually made one of these out of like some 2x2 like Pure Morphics puzzles, but it wasn't an official Meffert's brand cube. And this actually turns really bad. So yeah, but this will be pretty easy to solve. Next cube, we got a mini Scube Ultimate. So I think this is actually a Scube, and I don't have any like mini Scubes. Even though this isn't a Scube shape, I don't think it's like a 2x2 or anything. Yeah, no, this is a Scube. So it's just a Scube shape mod with a keychain, and it doesn't shapeshift though. There we go. Scrambled. Little focus. It actually looks pretty nice. Okay, so those are puzzles that we got at the mall.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I got more.
No. They had more that I didn't have there, but I didn't get all of them because there were ones I like didn't care to get. I guess they have the 2x2x4s, like the Rubik's 2x2x4s back in stock, which those used to be so rare, and now they're just sold in stores. That's my mall haul.
I got a t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
I got a t-shirt.
I was gonna get a Teddy Fresh hoodie, but I decided not to. It was either that or the TikTok hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, the TikTok hoodie was pretty epic. I mean, you know, I already purchased my shirt at that point, so I was like, dang it, I can't buy this because I already spent money.
So we're looking at the schedule, and apparently they cut one of the rounds of 3x3. So what we just did was semifinals, not not second round. So I don't know why. I guess something about there not being enough people, but there were 64 people that competed in round 2, and now it's going straight down to 16. Yeah, but we have 4x4 next, so we'll see how that goes. No. 4x4 was kind of just not good. My first two solves were, well, my first solve was good, and then my second solve I got a 39 plus 2, and then from there it just went downhill. And the rest were like high 40s and 50s. So, how about you?
I did extremely well. I got my first pure sub 40 average. So
Nice.
Very good.
Very cool. Very cool. What's next?
OH.
One-handed? Okay.
Logan Day, Station 2.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been the first pure sub 30 average I've done on OH in comp. I don't know, but I did get an 18, which is cool. I've only ever gotten 3 sub 20s on OH. 2 of them were in comp, so that's pretty nice. And then we raced on the last solve, and what'd you get on the last solve?
18 something.
And I got a 29. So
My SD card ran out.
again,
Yeah.
how small of an SD card do you have?
I think it's like 16.
16?
Yeah.
That's a real bruh moment.
It is a bruh.
You can only record like 30 minutes of video.
Bruh.
Bruh. Jordan, I think you might be the one to blame for having us do 5 events in a row.
Sorry.
So we have 5, 4, OH, 2, 3, right after each other. So, whatever. Five by five went pretty good because I had no warm up at all, but it still went okay. Probably like a high 130 average. And now we just have to keep moving. Got to move fast. So right into 4x4, and which I'm probably not going to be able to warm up on either. So we'll see how I do with that. Alright, 4x4 is done, and we are now at the point of time where the competition was supposed to be over. We still have one-handed, 2x2, and 3x3, and awards. So, 4x4 went okay, and now we have one-handed, which again, no warm-up. I'm not expecting to do very good, but yeah, 4x4 was like, there could have been so many better solves. I just got really unlucky with edges, and I'm just bad. So, that's that. That had the potential to be good. I don't know any one-handed Alex. I know like 4. Okay, so we just did 2x2 and one-handed, pretty much back to back. I got the order flipped on that, so we did 2x2 first and then one-handed. Both went not that great, but I was kind of expecting that. And it's just starting to get really late. Like the sun's hitting at a bad angle now, so the lighting's really harsh. We're trying to wrap things up here pretty quickly. So we just have 3x3 and then awards, and then we're out of here. And we still haven't warmed up for 3x3, which you might have a few minutes to do, but that's about it. And then hopefully my battery doesn't die, because I'm like really close to my last battery giving out, which would be really sad. So I actually did very good in 3x3. I'm pretty happy with how I did. I almost feel like my camera almost dying like made me like want to turn faster so I could get faster solves almost, and it ended up kind of working. So that's going to be my new strat for every comp, is let my battery almost die right before 3x3 finals. So but yeah, that was pretty good. I think I got like a low 11 average, which is good. So, and then, but you did really good. You got 4 9s and an 8. My camera just died. So continue what you were saying.
Yeah, hopefully 4 9s and an 8 is enough to win.
We'll be finding out who the winners are pretty shortly, and then after that we're out of here.
So I was checking. Hey, you got second there.
This man got first place.
Yes.
Number one. Let's get it, bro. And for like the 8th time in a row, I got 4th. Eventually, one of these days, everyone will choke and I will get 3rd place, which I will be happy with.
And in first place, with an average of 9.62 seconds, Jack Ryan.
Yeah! Okay, that's all I recorded for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye!